da dee. Da 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 dee. Hey, hey, yeah. Ba da da dee. Yeah, da 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 dee dee. Is this working? It should be working. Hello. Hello. Just getting the sound settings correct. It's proving as fun as it normally is. That's not sound. That's the microphone he's trying to put that sound through. And I've almost used up all my cloud storage. I should probably sort that out. Why had Bluetooth turned itself off? That makes a lot of sense. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? I am having fun. As you can see, currently doing all sorts of packing and getting everything ready to go. Because we should be going soon. Or rather, we hope we sign everything and we go soon. Fingers crossed we go soon. If we don't, seriously, I'm going to be dealing with an entire family which is stressed out beyond belief. Oh, good lord, I don't want to go there. Is today the 31st? Today is the 31st, yes. There we go. Sunday the 31st of March. Hello, Runon. How is everyone? Should be streaming. It says it should be. Oh, it is live. Sorry, Twitch was giving me a small panic attack then. Don't worry, this happens with Twitch. How is everyone doing? Hopefully you can hear the background music. You're supposed to be able to hear the background music. He says, checking that the correct background music is going to the correct background music. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is, he says. How is everyone doing today? I'm getting some iron brew. I think I actually have one of these open inside the fridge in the house. Oh. How are you doing today, Runon? How goes life? That's okay. What were we doing last time? I think we were the French, slowly killing them. But honestly, there's been so much packing between now and then. It's, you know. What are all these military conflicts which are broken out? Exit the main menu. Let's restart. Because there's a whole load of conflicts broken out which I don't remember there being. So I think the updates had some fun. I'm hoping it hasn't broken the game. One last trip back to the old place and finish cleaning it. It's annoying but necessary. Please note, if anyone is in the chat and lurking and wants to go vote, there is a vote to do with tonight's brew ships. Currently live for everyone. Okay, I've created a whole load of military conflicts I have to deal with. That's fine. Right, and this one. Apparently I need 500 tons and tons to deal with this one. That one I've got 2 million tons in, and that's a 57% chance of victory, so I ain't changing the force from there. Do I have any ships around that I can grab from elsewhere? I need something that's going to grow tonnage dramatically quickly. Hello, Paul, and have I considered the application of a 1-1 military force? Yes, but I'm currently trying to fix something which has been created by the joyous thing that is the updates, because, well, you can go and watch the video, but last time when I was doing this, I did not have this problem. Four battle cruisers. Oh, correctly, these are about 29. Yeah, they're 29,000 tons each. So that's roughly 100,000 tons. So I'm moving approximately 100,000 tons into there. There are military conflicts all over the place. Karachi. is to deal with rebellions. That'll be dealt with. Murmansk. I need to have 138,000 tons to go deal with the stuff in Murmansk. I used to keep some ships in Russian area just for this sort of segment. Did I send them off to do something else? I did, didn't I? Was it useful? Probably. I can't... Hang on, that's already not involved. You go to there. I should be able to get enough ships there to cause some significant issues. Should be, he says. How's the boxing at it gone? Well, we got half that done. We got half of that done. We're going to have to do it over another day, though, because even we admit that, frankly, we bit off more than we could chew for one day. And we did try. We really did try. Fleet. And then sitting in the Hurghada I want to get rid of. But yeah, we really did try. It was how do I put this politely? It turned out to be a lot of work. And we got a lot of it done. They're all supposed to be at sea. So what's the force in Hurghada sitting there doing? Hangzhou, Haichao, Holland, Hollandia, Hong Kong, Hanoi, Huelva. Ardent class, North Atlantic, that's in. Karachi, Kiel, Kronstadt, Loam. And I'm done with fun. No, it was it was a lot of work. Not bad work, but it was a lot of work. And it wouldn't have been possible. It was quite funny. We actually recorded a video while we were up there, Without Dan and Drac, it just wouldn't have been possible to get all the stuff done. And they're gonna come back again. This is what I love about the Shipshape team. They're coming back again. And we're honestly having conversations and brainstorming things like the house and move is costing things. It's funny, some things we budgeted more for because we expected them to cost money and they haven't cost as much money so far, he says, touch wood, because there's always a chance things could go up. But other things have cost a lot more. And it was like I was sort of talking with Drac about, and this is where you find out where Drac is just such a cool guy. Because sitting there chatting with him going, yeah, I think I'm going to have to buy some Calyxes, alright? I call them Alexes. I'm Alex, they're my preferred IKEA shelf. Yes, I know they usually have a K in front, but, you know, they work. And you know, I have some of those. Do you mind me painting, if I have them, do you mind me painting orange? I don't mind, just take them. So, yeah. That's going to save a lot of trouble. But, yeah, it's working out how much and where I'm going to put the things and how I'm going to build them. Because my plan is to use Calyxes on the ground floor, sort of have them on floor level, and then have things on top of them, so like model railways, etc. But have them to be helping storing books in the office. And also build some shelves up as well. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go as well for you guys as this was supposed to be. It's supposed to be the great defining thing for Spain, I think, or something. And what it's actually going to turn into is the great defining thing for my fleet turning up to kick your tushies. Spain is not going to rise again. I dealt with that one a while back. Ah, India's. Pakistan has risen. Okay. It said I had 9 turns and it didn't let me get there quick enough. Okay, fine. Well, I will have to take out Pakistan. It is 1934. There are issues. I will win this though. Bookshop. Pretty much that is the plan. That is certainly the plan to have bookshelves going up and down the walls. It's going to be a lot of bookshelves, but there's also going to be space for my. There's going to be space for the art. So, what I was thinking of doing was having the 8s on the floor of the sort of things, the 4x2s of the Calyxes on the floor, and then have, because I have enough space for this. I have my desk set up, etc., which will still be this desk probably, because I doubt I'll change desks. But add in sort of the 2x2s ones, have them up on the wall so I have more books, but also have space for books, have pictures and etc. Because I think that'd be cool. That's the plan anyway. But there are going to be a lot of bookshelves. Sorry. Something's annoying me on my cheek here. And got rid of it. That's better. It's the trouble with having giant dogs. They do catch you. Potentially. Potentially. There is certainly going to be a lot of orange in there because I like it as a nice warm colour. It's a nice relaxing colour too. Probably blue on the windows like I have in here and orange walls. Not sure what I'll paint the ceiling. Might leave it white, might paint a different colour. Always liked having this sort of silvery, woody ceiling I've always had up here. Now I'm going to have to sort out all of, course, the acoustics of the room. That'll be interesting. You see, I've got the Mark III 16-inch guns. But I want the Mark IV 16-inch guns. I want the really souped-up ones. But the other thing is armor quality. Control station, I'm not sure what that's going to be working on. Boilers could be good. But I think I'll go for armor quality and armor forging. Try and up my armor level. Let's go to new design. Is there anything I want to play around with in order? That looks interesting. Chapman for backers. I don't have the corgi here. So you can say Chonky Boy as much as you like, but he's not, at the moment, he is protecting his toys from being packed up. He's very, very worried about that. Ooh, you can now get a G3 battlecruiser hull. I didn't realize this hull had come into existence. Oh. Oh. So you got both the N3 class battleship and the G3 class battlecruiser hull. Optimized speed, 33 knots. Well, you know, considering how much time I spend talking about the G3s, I couldn't not do something based on that hull, could I? Oh, that looks looking good. High tower. Ooh. Oh. There might not be any mounts for it. What if in tall tower? Ooh. See, that's what they designed like. And I, as you know, do not like that idea. That, to me, looks quite good. So, something about the funnel thing. So, what should we do? No, I don't like that. If I can move this forward just a tad. There. There. Ideally, I want a different tower structure, don't I? No, I don't want that. Don't like that tower structure. Let's see. What can we do? What can we do? Looks fast. It does look fast. That is fun, though. But you know, seriously, the corgi does object to when Chonky Boy comes up and he's not in the room. He does object to it, and I have to live with him. You guys, you all don't. I'm leaving Cordite too because that's the longest range. Ship is now overweight by 500 tons. Well, I don't think I need a range of 45,248 kilometers. As much as I love that idea, I don't think I need it. Secondary guns. Now, I want those to be the longest range they possibly can be, and I want them to be 4.5-inch guns. Thank you, Kofi. Good place for the armor layout details to find the QEs and hood as built. There's a few good books actually out there, man. I would say your best bet, though. Your best bet. What would your best bet be? That's an interesting question. Where's the best place to go? If in book form, you're probably looking at Bert's book. This is the trouble with saying this and actually... Okay. There are already quite a lot of boxes and boxes. There are already some boxes on the way down. Boxes on the way down to Cornwall. So, where's best? Where is best to go? They haven't done the Warspite guide for that series yet, so that's not a good option to go. Hang on. It's now in boxes, isn't it? It's in a box. Or is it? Hang on. Is there another one around? Is there a copy? Oh, yeah. Okay. You're lucky. You're lucky. I haven't packed it yet because I've put it outside for me to pack in my expedition box. But currently it's buried beneath a pile. So, camera, you are going to do me a favour. I'm going to go to Obsbot. I know it's already run. That's good. And I want you to go that way. Unlock from me. Go to that way. And zoom in. And zoom up. This book, British Warships of the Second World War by John Roberts. I'm not sure how much of it you can see, but that's the book you really want. Okay? Are you doing the cooking today? No, I'm not. I am not. I didn't do the cooking yesterday. My sister did. And as far as I know, the gentlemen are still alive. Pretty much that sounds like they have no concept of what the difference is between a battlecruiser and battleship written on. It's like, this is a lovely looking ship. And frigate is it mean and fast. And having... I've gone over triples. I wonder what happens if I edit this design and I go with twins. I've had one. Is Dan handle? No, Dan doesn't have to work till Monday. And look, the end of month is a grand random Dale fan. Honestly, end of the month was usually why it was one of my student days was usually why I had I would buy such a large stock of noodles at the beginning of the month when I had money. Before I did everything, after I paid all my bills, it's the first shopping trip, I would buy a load of noodles. And even if I didn't use them this month, I would still buy the same amount every month. That was my trick to surviving the end of months. Bachelor super noodles. As a student, it was. Well, usually I did actually have to say I was quite good. I was helped though, as a student, because A, the UK it's sort of slightly different, but B, also, I worked as a IT technician the whole way through my bachelor's, so I was quite well paid. You can move everything forward a little to balance 4.5 weight. I could do, but it didn't really bother me that much. Oh, this is going to be an interesting fight. Thank you. Peanut butter granola, so I can handle sweets. I think it did. Let's go see what we can do with a 9.2-inch gun battle cruiser. That's the thing, is that I'm going to build a couple of the 16.5-inch battle cruisers just so I have them. They got 2 heavy cruisers. So, I want you to follow this. You. Why are you continuing to come in? Because frankly, my accuracy should be fairly good. Does anyone know why my guns, which are radar guided and all sorts of things, are hitting so far in front? That's first. I got the book on Book of British Battleships by John Robertson on the shelf right now as well. It's a cool book. I have a few. Listen, we use the WH long Chinese supermarket noodles. Still do. there's all sorts of places you can get very cheap noodles. So, can you remind me, has this ship actually fired yet? It's slightly stealth? Well, it could be this humble home hull is slightly stealth. I'm still getting over the fact that my destroyer is engaging them as well. Well, I'd like to see the accuracy improving. Oh, the 6-inch is also engaging. Personally, this video slings a huge number of myths. Hood had a light and potent armor compared to a battleship. Even me, you talk about NOS and the whole call Hood light now. Go away. I mean, he's wearing a little course, but he's not completely wrong. Hood gets called a battleship because we never got to see a generation full battleship. She doesn't get called a battleship. The only people who call Hood a battleship are people who don't realize the Royal Navy called her a battle cruiser. That's the whole thing, is that people go, she must have been a battleship. She was big! No, she was a battle cruiser. She was designed as she was actually designed as a battle cruiser, like Renown and Repulse, and then her design was upgraded to battle cruiser level after the Jutland. But she definitely never reached fast battleship level. French Space Force, everyone. No, that's a bit cruel. That is a bit cruel, but you know. Yeah. Look, it might have been better if you started firing back a little bit earlier. You could have actually got somewhere. Do you actually have torpedoes? No, you don't. Oh, thank God. That could have been worrying. Still have plenty of shells left, right, for the 9-inch guns? Yes. Oh, this is a more modern vessel. Look at this one. It's still not in firing range. So, my ships are firing their main and their secondary armament, and the French ships still are not able to engage us. And the French ships are carrying on bravely. Why does it want to end battle? Why would we end the battle now? I still have torpedoes left. And plenty of 5-inch and 6-inch shells. I'm almost out of... I think I'm almost out of the high explosive 6-inch shells. Again... Are we trying for the diving shell approach? You're heading into a fog bank. No. We're gonna do it this way. But they have wine cellars. That is an advantage. I do admit, that is an advantage. So basically, I designed my battle cruisers as basically my new heavy cruisers because I couldn't get a heavy cruiser I liked on a heavy cruiser hull. And, yeah, it basically just took out any 2 enemy heavy cruisers. I'm gonna bet they have torpedoes on them, so we are not getting close, no, but, we are giving them a full broadside treatment. Oh, they managed to fire a shot back. That's cute. Now we're in 3-inch gun range, they can fire shots back. There's just something about the sheer weight of fire, though, coming from the direction they are firing at. And if I want to, I just do that and open up the range. Just a tad. And a tonnet is sinking. 2 barrels versus 25. Yeah, 2 single turrets versus... well, that's 9 6-inch guns, 9 9.2-inch guns, and 12, well, 6 on one side, 3-inch guns. They had radar, but yeah, there's a whole discussion of their radar because I have fun. Because some people try and tell me that their surface-to-air radar, their AA radar, and their sea search radar is the same thing, and it's not. It's not. They're just. No, it's not. It's not. And they go, well, no, it's just a few components change, and that's basically saying like, basically that's saying this book, British Naval Aircraft, since 1912, is the same by Owen Pfefford, is the same as this book of United States Naval Aircraft since 1911 by Starnborough and Bose, because they have a lot of overlap in terms of aircraft types. Surprisingly enough. They're not the same book, though. And writing one doesn't mean you can easily write the other, or vice versa. No. What we did was we sent the Americans in, and we got access to their reports. That was the Montevideo Grass Bay. They're all supposed to have moved. We haven't yet. So this is how it tries to deal with you provinces when you control so much of the board. It goes, we're going to have military conflict and you can have these provinces appear. Apparently more people are voting for book boxing now than Lego building. Oh no, it's twisted around, it's gone back. It keeps changing. The votes are really going quite wide on book boxing versus Lego building for tonight's thing. And it keeps changing. There's 52 votes in. There's plenty of time for more votes. Actually, give me a long battle. So, this is what we call a massacre. Yes, there's a vote as to whether or not tonight's video stream will include book boxing while I answer questions, or Lego building while I answer questions. I have the camera for it. So, there is exactly one French vessel steaming as fast as it can to get out of here. Quite sensibly. Keep steaming. You go hunting, maximum speed. I'm not sure why this person is running in the YouTube channel. Yeah, there's a vote in the community page of the YouTube channel. I like putting stuff in the community page of the channel. I like doing that sort of thing. I'm still learning the various things I can do to connect with people who are subscribers and supporters, and try and do the best I can to answer as many questions as I can. I did have to say there was someone who I was commenting with today who I very nearly said, "Go and watch Yes Minister," because they were having real trouble understanding how navies and governments and how sort of navies would talk, Royal Navy especially, would talk to ministers. And it was a case of, yeah, no, they do. It's a real conversation you have to have. Battle cruiser, honestly not a battle cruiser. That's a good name. If you go to the community page, so the link I stuck up in the chat earlier, if you scroll up the chat, you should find a link to it. So where I post pictures of things to do with the YouTube channel. Is it me, or would I... You know, I think at this point I'd be feeling slightly surrounded. How close are you running? Trafalgar got hit by a torpedo. It hasn't stopped. That was an end. Oh, that's touching on reality. That's touching on this. That's putting a lot of emphasis on the DFE artillery. Did not look like that. Did not look like that. That is not what it looked like at that point. But yeah, it did. Okay, I'll accept some of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so close to not being quite correct. This is not a fight. This is something nastier. I'm not sure what this is going to be called, but this is not a fight. This is... Oh, this is going to be fun. This is my idea actually of a fair fight. Let's be honest. So, you go off hunting. You join them. You join them. We can all do 27.3 knots. Let's just go through this one. We've got Agincourt, Temeraire. So, they're gonna swat smoke. But let's consider this battle line. Yeah, quite scary. They're all my pre-dreadnought. There's a dreadnought. They can all do 27.3 knots. Oh. This is a... This is a scary occasion for someone. Not sure who, but someone's going to be scared. Boop the battleship. Yeah, at least one is always going to play Poop the battleship. This is a fleet of some kind. See, what I would like for this ship being, keeps going, he's going, I'm running for my life, I'm running for my life. And yet, at a constant 27.3 knots, are coming 9 large battleships. In constant. Detach. Go. Boop the battleship. Yeah, they always like to play boop the battleship, don't they? Or boop the heavy cruiser. This is an interesting one. This is certainly an interesting one, and certainly something I have to concentrate on. So how's everyone doing today, by the way? Because, you know, French Elan. There is certainly something going on in terms of the Elan department. This vessel has a lot of moxie. This, in contrast, has engines which are being absolutely wrecked right now. Six-inch guns can't fire because of angle. But we're not far off 3-inch gun range. And that's where I'm going to really sort of start cranking out the angles to make sure I can bring all my guns into firing pan. So 12.2 kilometers is what we're going to do. I've got a lot of projects on my solid 8 hours and must all be done at the same time, Sage. I still haven't finished the video. Yeah, that's life. French guns firing. You're in range of my tertiary armament. You're on fire. Let's see if we can herd this back to the fleet like a good little sheepdog. Cool, Random Delphine. So fun. I think it's slowly working. I think slowly we might be about to shepherd it in. Literally, I had to send a battlecruiser out to go and hunt it down and bring it in so it would not run away from my battleships. Terrible. Terribly impolite, this ship. Terribly impolite. It will not queue up and die in an orderly fashion. It's terrible. actually a really interesting question. Why won't it queue up and die in nice orderly fashion? That's what these games often do seem to serve up when single ship battles ensue. It's a single ship duel. It's what they want. Come charge me. Admittedly, there is a definitely not single ship scenario coming out over that way, but you know. Oh. 12-inch guns. So it has gone running. Into 12-inch gun range. The sheer volume of 12-inch gunfire it's about to receive should make it truly thankful. Let alone the sheer volume of 6-inch. It's going to run closer to get into 6-inch gun range. Yeah. Attack. There is the sheer amount of explosions which are just about to open up on this poor ship. It's actually chosen to charge my battle line. This is not a good way to go, but it is an honourable way to go. There are 9 battleships arraigned against it. Of those ships, let's see, 4 are technically Royal Sovereign style, aka pre-Dreadnought battleships. And 5 are early Dreadnought battleships. And it is deciding to charge the battle line. It is brave, and for that we salute it. It's also proving why you do not do a solo attack straight into a battle line. I mean, that was just a bit cruel. Tad cruel. Tad cruel. And that's even by my standards. There's a real debate over whether it should be book boxing or Lego building. It's now 51%, 49%, and 61 votes cast. So I presume that's 31 for book boxing and 30 for Lego building. Ooh. What do we think is going to happen? It is a methodology. But as you see, it only really works when you're against one ship. When you're against an entire squadron of battleships, doesn't work quite so well. I don't expect any Dunisms from ships up there. That should be enough. But I'll send more just in case. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your breakfast. Good luck. And enjoy the brew for this afternoon's brew ships. And yeah, I don't know why I'm sneezing today. Probably still getting dust out of my nose from yesterday. Hello, Duke of Petchington. How goes the memeing? There's the research. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna go with that's nice. Ooh. That could be useful. That's running a bit behind. I'm behind in cryptography, I'm ahead in other things. I don't need to be doing internals research anymore. Let's get that up to speed. What was the date? 1934. Congratulations and good luck with the multi-skill apprenticeship in British Sugar. That could both be a good thing and a very strange... That's going to make you mortal enemy of a lot of dentists. You know, I would so have a cover career for every time I visit a dentist if I worked for British Sugar. I'm not sure who I'd claim to work for, but let's be honest, they probably prefer the mafia to you, to the people who work for British Sugar. Rochambeau. So in this game, there is a heavy cruiser called Rochambeau. Okay. Yeah, but you know, I think that's something the chat should discuss. Which career, if Duke of Petchington gets the apprenticeship at British Sugar, which career should Duke of Petchington claim they have when they go to the dentist? Which career is it? You know, What do you think you should claim to be? Mafia, probably not a good one to go for. That could get you into trouble. Meme artist? Meme artist is a good one. Definitely has the skills. Just don't say what? Yeah, but you're going to be in a dentist chair. They're going to start talking to you. They always do. Multi-skill engineer? Yeah, that's a start. What kind of engineering do you do, though? You know, what does your engineering work with? That could get you into trouble so quickly. And let's be honest, dentists, in my experience, often talk. Seriously, my dentist knows more about my holiday schedule and my trips than I do. Mainly because they're my dentist, my mum's dentist, and my sister's dentist. I'd say art is subjective, so I don't think necessarily artist is pushing it too far. Are you trying to run away? Oh no, you're running towards me. Oh goody. Multi-skill works and everything. It does, but you know. The trouble is you're multi-skill, you work on everything the engineering to do with British sugar. Yeah. So they take out you. They take out one of the people who keeps all the sugar flowing. You know, there's an advantage there. They'd be a hero to our dentists everywhere. Confectionery artist? Yeah, that's not a good scenario again for a dentist. And for that, to pull off confectionery artist, Drew Confection would have to be able to convincingly talk as if they were a baker. Honestly, not a battle cruiser. Yes. What are you? Please tell me you're on avoid torpedoes. That is just... That could only be a French Navy ship, couldn't it? That could only be French Navy. There is literally no other Navy in the world which would have a ship which looked like that. This one over here is basically going, I know I'm with them, but I'm not with them. Please, please just shoot me now. Please. End this for me now, please. Just stop me having to deal with them. Although, from a mechanical perspective, companies like the British Sugar keep the dental industry alive well. I know, but the trouble is, they don't seem to realise that. It's the classic, I will shoot myself in the foot. And every time I go to a dentist, I get told the same thing. you should use an electric toothbrush. And I go, potentially. But let's consider this small fact. That uses energy, which is bad for the environment. I'm going to have to have a conversation with my battlecruiser about their ability to hit a target, aren't I? Je suis incognito. Tempting, Paul. Tempting. Oh, good lord. That one's getting hit hard. What did that one run into? Ah, yeah, it's Cunning Tasgon. It's doing smoke, smoke, and smoke. And now we've got the destroyer. Is that a destroyer? That's not. That's the cruiser. That's the cruiser. That's the destroyer. Okay, that does not look like it's in good position, does it? That destroyer really doesn't look like it's in good position. Yeah, you are gonna have just so many torpedoes coming towards you, it's not even fair. Not even I'm gonna consider this fair. You're sunk. That wasn't a destroyer. That was one of their cruisers. That's a destroyer. And this ship over here is their suicidal heavy cruiser. And the reason I say it's suicidal is because it's actually heading towards that lot. It's charging towards the broadsides of the honestly not battlecruiser heavy cruisers. Well, I thought I'd fixed the stability issues. Hang on, they seem to be doing better now. Sheer volume of fire. They were in the... There have been updates, and they've gone from being very accurate to not being very accurate. So there's obviously something off the balance. Remember, let's be honest. Are you going to go back to dentists who seems interested in tracking maximum revenue, or dentists who seems to generally interested in such non-profitable things as duty of care, quality of life, and or user-implemented prevention and maintenance? In such things. Yeah. But I'm still not going for the electric toothbrush. I've lost one of my destroyers. That's a shame. Didn't I just build like 100 new ones? Yeah. It's out of torpedoes. The enemy destroyer is literally... It's charged. It charged my destroyers. That's how it's got them. It literally charged them. Oh, that's good. That's good of it. But they're now sinking, so the enemy destroyer's gone, and the enemy heavy cruiser is... Oh. Stop sending you again. Yeah, I'm gonna have a go toward the battle cruiser gun. Oh, the heavy cruiser gunners, aren't I? I give them every system I can give them. I'm still trying to understand the idea of some of their tactics in this battle. Because honestly, at certain points, they were just charging the battle fleet. Oh, yeah. What's amazing is even in that condition, she was still firing back. And I'm not joking about them going to the gunnery range. You might have been, I'm not. Ooh, Lego building is now in the lead. Lego building is now in the lead. 51% to 49. I think it's 32 votes to 31. Honestly, it does take quite a while to find them. Doesn't Italy have like 4 ships? That's not a good situation for them to be in and decide to declare war or start a war. Yeah, that's going to be 100% success rate. I'm fairly sure I'll have that soon enough. That's going quite well. So I'm going to take Sumatra of the French. That'll be a nice addition to my force structure. And let's see. I would like to take Pakistan back. Thank you very much. That should help the tech budget. Make things everyone a little bit quicker. I'm not sure why it was down as low as it was. Armor forging. Stronger decapping armor. 5% armor weight. Belt extended. Cool. Explosives. We got coming soon. Maneuver warfare. Yeah. Modern naval formations. Yeah, I'll do that in a bit. Ship design. Let's go have a conversation. What do we think the issue is with the ship design? Let's have a look at it. I agree, but not as chunky as a corgi. Not as chunky as a corgi. Battle Cruiser Hull 5 is obsolete. Yay, cannot build with it. I've got Gen 2 radar. Which ones I can get? Sonar, stereo, all those things. Most advanced I can get them. So, pitch 15.6%, roll 13.3%, full weight offset. Let's see if we can't do some things about that. I've got the main deck as armoured and main belt as armoured as I can. Oh, hello. Hello, Metaphiles. Thank you for following the channel. Heavy shells. Don't know if I can get them underneath in the sort of the thing I want to do. Go increase shells. I've got standard shells. If I go for heavy shells, it takes me slightly over the weight. What does heavy shells give me though? That doesn't improve gun rate accuracy. It actually reduces it. Light shells actually increases gun accuracy, but also reduces gun range. Standard shells keeps gun accuracy at the sort of standard level. So that's the thing, sort of, if you want maximum shell penetration and range, you want to go heavier with your shells. If you want to improve accuracy though, you want to go lighter with your shells. That gives them a range now of 37 kilometers. That I like. Fringe 41. That'll do. 6-inch 44s. And 9.2-inch 57s. Three tons overweight. Okay. I don't think we're going to balance that out. But I think that's going to do. Three-inch 36 guns. That should give us quite a lot of firepower. And sheer volume of fire alone, that should be helpful. It's the Mark V. But it does drop a kilometre, 1.1 kilometres of range on armour piercing and high explosive. Well, hang on now. High explosive drops by 300 metres. Armour piercing drops by... I use them more for high explosives. So that really doesn't... I drop 400 metres in terms of high explosive, but I go from a rate of fire of 9.69 rounds a minute to 8.68 rounds a minute. So 9.69 times 3 is, let's be honest, 27 plus 2.07, so that's 29.07 versus 8.68 times 4, 32, 34, 34.72. Yeah, that works out. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Lovely. Sound alerts are supposed to make you jump Duke Apache jump. That's their point. You haven't run awake, including me. They're mostly rigged to stop me not missing it when So now if you go to Honestly, not a battlecruiser. And we upgrade that. That's the more recent design I've seen. That's the one which had the really poor shooting as well, I think. Let's see what we can do with this beauty. Wasn't the first game I ever ran on this thing the entire quadrant of... So I just got a cryptic message from Cyclic, so I just went, I'd better respond to that one. Okay, seems okay. Went off just an hour and so it took me with their full alarm ring. Damn, it made me jump off the road. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Runon. Drive safe. Oh. Let's see, what do we want to do? Well, for starters... I'm up in all those. We're going for the firepower boost. Honestly, it's for the firepower boost. That's what we're doing it. The firepower boost is why we do everything. Hopefully that helps it all out. Afterweight offset. Damage 35. No, 34 will do. Hopefully that improves things for this system. There 57s, there 44s, there 56s. Same design. Cool, Skeeter Currents. Starting the Physical Assault tomorrow, as per your suggestion. You'll enjoy them. Poor secondary tower. Yeah, that is the problem. It is the secondary tower. I did sort of realise that, but that secondary tower is also a key to them having those extra 6-inch guns, and it looks cool. So at the moment, until I start losing a load of battlecruisers in fights, then I will have to fix things. But at the moment, I'm happy with it as it is, if that makes sense. I'm going to have to accept their slightly lackadaisical firing habits. I have saved the design, so yes. There is now a refit. Yeah. I have now done my part to manage democracy as to tonight's subject matter. I do love the concept of managed democracy, because it proves just so terrible. Oh, book boxing is getting more votes. I would like to point out there are no romance novels in here. You know, Carl von Gasberg is sort of going, yeah, this you know, there could be, you know, you could see softbacks on the rear shelf. There are none of them in here. I know where all my fiction books are, and they're all still in boxes in the roof mostly. I'm still finding the French forces to invade. I consider this a skill, but you know, others might not. Others might consider this mildly cruelty. The fact that I have Galicia is being invaded from the Ukraine, southern Poland, and Bohemian Moravia at the same time. Tripolitania is being invaded from northern Algeria and southern Algeria at the same time. Apparently skipping through Tunisia, but you know, that's what you can do in the Sahara. Yeah, if you look, that is definitely Saharan area. And let's see. That's being dominated by the British. And yeah, the only problem we have is we don't control this oil. Or this oil. And I don't like, you know my view in this game. If there's oil there, I like to control it because I like the money it brings in. And the freedom to do whatever the friggin' I want. America's building up a really big navy now. And the only person that can be building up such a big navy to do with it is me. No one else has a big enough navy to justify it. Do I have something to snack on in here? I do. Look. No, in this game, let me put it this way. There are certain... It's like when Red Alert 2. If there was one thing you wanted to control on the map, it was the oil refineries, and you wanted to defend them. Why? Because it gave you basically infinite money. And infinite money allowed you to win the game because you could always outproduce everyone else. It's similar with this game. You want to have the ability to do whatever you want to do, you need a lot of oil. Managed democracy means it doesn't matter who you vote for, we win. Basically, whoever's government wins. But you get to vote about it, and that's a great thing. You get to pick from which of the faceless, nameless, pretty much, pointless figureheads are going to be pumping around on stage pretending they're actually in charge. I wonder if the developers will get around to letting you attack non-major powers. Could do. It's a sensible next step. It truly is a sensible next step. The next sensible step. I need to recruit some more crew. Finances. Okay, I'm now 20,000 tons over construction budget, but that will be too much. What's that between friends? My crew pool is tiny. This is terrible. I need to work on getting them bigger. I don't understand why it's so tiny, considering how large an empire I run. I know there are technically politicians in charge, but let's be honest, I don't let them make major decisions. I'm not that generous. Hmm. I should scrap the old subs. I know I should. Okay, politics. So I take it my ships didn't get there in time to blockade. Ah, well, they will get there. I will have enough ships there shortly. I don't want the Soviet Union back. I spent a lot of time destroying them. It's being taken out. And and now will the Italians. This could end up being interesting. That's interesting to me now. You have suddenly become very interesting to me. That should be fun. Who am I allied with? I have an alliance with the Americans. I have an alliance with the Japanese. Don't I? Or maybe I don't. I thought I had an alliance with them. I had an alliance with the French originally. Americans are very good friends. Japanese are fairly good friends. Germans fairly decent friends. Yeah. I don't need to worry about that so much. That's tempting as it is. That could be useful. Allow me to spot sonars, torpedoes from further away. That's useful. Yeah, scrapping submarines is probably what I'm going to have to do. I do have nearly 1,000 of them, so honestly, I probably have a little bit too many submarines. I only have 66 battleships and 23, honestly not battle cruisers. 52 heavy cruisers, 121 light cruisers, and 366 destroyers. So really, it's my submarine strength which is truly holding my fleet up. Okay, so they want to have a meeting. Let's do this. In this video, this battle, primarily what I want to do, I want to wipe out the Italian fleet. They think they can win this fight. I'm fairly certain if I manage to manage things well, they can't. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So they have a destroyer heavy force, which means I'm going to do this. You are on to screen. You. Line ahead. Tight spacing. Well, It's got a lot of 11-inch guns. I will give them that. Do your job. Agent was superb, managed to get bracketed by torpedoes. Glorious! Organise yourself properly. What have I done to this game? I think they've given a greater balance of torpedo support, which is useful. It's going to give your destroyers a better edge. Going to need to watch the secondaries on your battleships now more. Okay. This is going to change some things, but not others. Going to need to make sure I have more destroyer escorts out. They're really going for Russell. Close, but no cigar. So F1 will take me to that ship. Okay. I think I can deal with this one. I think I can manage this fleet to deal with this changes scenario. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to counterbalance my 6-inch guns and make sure they're firing faster to deal with any destroyers. I'm going to need to go through the fleet and upgrade their 3-inch armament in case they get closer so they can spam those destroyers full of 3-inch shells. Because those destroyers won't be able to take that. Yeah, it's doable. Basically, your secondary armament is going to become even more important with the new strength destroyers. This might have changed the balancing issue on the destroyers, which might be why they're suddenly stronger. It'll be really interesting to test that one out as time goes on. No, we're taking them all out. This is not going to be the ending battle. Yeah. So yeah, basically this was a very, very destroyer-heavy force. I didn't have any protection, which was annoying. I should have had more destroyers with me. My fleets have kind of got a bit sloppy, haven't they? Fighting the French has made me a little bit arrogant, and this has taught me that lesson. One of the interesting things is that one of the survivors is actually the battle cruiser, or rather the heavy cruiser. That has survived the battle, and that was one of the ones which I was most worried about in that situation, so that's interesting to me. Complacent or arrogant? Let's be honest, the difference between complacency and arrogance is spin. Complacency always comes from a place of arrogance. It's spin trying to claim it. Might be worth dropping to 5.5. It's the actual hitting power. The 6 gives you enough hitting power that most destroyers, if they get hit by a 6-inch shell, are going down. And that's the thing. A 5.5-inch shell does most of that work, but yeah. He's going after my light cruiser and cruiser over here, isn't he? They're low on fuel. Canada. Canada has gone back and been repaired so many times. It's beyond belief. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like the concept of us getting that far away from our ship, so we're doing this. I don't care what the AI says, it's not a good idea to break up your fleet just because you think this is the firing angle you want to go in. And I'm not turning away from him, I'm turning towards him because, frankly, I'm making sure any of his smaller ships are within my secondary range. Because he's got a few of those smaller ships around, and I want them smacked. There you go. So let's aim, let's do a bit of an angle down. See, here's the other thing I'm not liking. This is well within 3-inch and 6-inch gun range. That should be the focus of the firing. Not something over there with the 3-inch. Secondaries would not be focusing on a threat all the way over there when you've got torpedo boats coming this direction. Okay, that's just not the way it goes. Your primary can be focusing on the battleship. That's what your primary exists for. But your secondary should be focusing on the other threats. Now, here's the big problem for Italy, because I seem to remember they only had like one battleship, and the rest of this fleet is fairly new build. So they've concentrated on building up their torpedo boats, but they had the battleship as their centerpiece. And if they lose the battleship in this fight, then that's quite a lot of their war effort knocked out quite quickly. And it's not much of my war effort locked out losing these ships. Remember, I've got 8 more in construction. All bigger, all more heavily armed. Yeah. And that's going to be an interesting one if the battleship's gone. How that's going to affect their war fighting, I don't know. I haven't got much in the way of a larger fleet. Not available. So I think once the Aquila's gone, then I have to just do mopping up, really, and that becomes a very different operation, because suddenly they go from being not worth primary engagement to being worth primary engagement for their smaller vessels. And a lot of their ships are sinking already. But they do have some which are still putting up a fight. These 4 heavy cruisers. That heavy cruiser sinking. That's sinking. That's sinking. There are some torpedo boats out there. Some of the battleships are still carrying torpedoes. But no, this is an interesting one. This was an interesting one which required me to actually think. As always, the Italians are actually fairly decent at this game. You forget that at your peril. They might not produce a lot of ships, but they're usually fairly decent. They seriously think this is a battle cruiser? I'm worried about them. That one could be a battleship, they think. No, that's a heavy cruiser. I think. It could be a battleship. That is a battle cruiser style and battleship style hull. That could be their other battleship. They didn't commit both their battleships to one fight me, did they? That's not a good scenario for them. Oh! Considering what we were talking about earlier, and making sure these are on AI so they don't wander into too much trouble. Hello. Right then. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. Oh, you are cute, aren't you? Yes, you are. You are cute. Yes, you're cute. What are you trying to do? You've got your little kerchief on you, haven't you? Yes, you have. You've got your kerchief on. Oh, what are you up to? You come for a visit? Yes, you have. Hello, yes. The corgi has appeared. Zebedee is here. Hello. There was mission creep from looking for cats to making Easter cake. Now that is a good mission creep. Hello, yes. You enjoying this? You are. Yes, you are. You enjoy being made a fuss of, don't you? That's your entire view on life. Be made fuss of. Okay, I'll let you go. Seeing as your sissy's looking for you. And your brother is gone. Go on, go on. Yeah, big boy. Go on. No, you don't want to go? You want to stay in here? You should go. I've got to command a battle. If you want to stay, you can stay, but, you know. Go away. Let's go see, what are we doing? Do they have a battleship still alive? No, that's the sinking. Do they have some light cruisers? Yeah. Is that a light cruiser design? Is that that's the light cruiser design? Intriguing. Intriguing. That looks more like a heavy cruiser to me. But it wasn't. I'm sure I clicked on a heavy cruiser, light cruiser. So it was more. This has basically been an annihilation of the Italian fleet. Oh, off you go. Go on. Good boy. Hey. Yes. The corgi appeared. The poodle is outside as well, and the poodle might join us in a second. Who knows? The poodle occasionally comes for a visit. They're not really allowed in at the moment because of what's been going on with all the neighbours and all that stuff, so that's why they haven't been down visiting. But you're going to see a lot more of them, hopefully, when we're in the new place. Considering one of the things I'm going to do is set up a space for them to basically sit in the office. Oh, destroyer's gone. The heavy cruiser getting crumpeted. And I've lost my town class cruiser. Which again is not a big thing for me because I got tons of them and they're not really that great, but you know. You have an electrical question for Runon. You do realise that Runon, most of the electrical questions when they come in for Runon automatically make Runon worried. You're self-taught with bad sources. That is the sort of phraseology which scares Runon quite greatly. Oh, Russell, seriously, a single torpedo hit took out your entire magazine? How? You're not that paper thin armor. I know, you got 21.4 inches of armor. And you had good stuff on your torpedo defenses. Now, a destroyer in this configuration is not launching torpedoes, not on that side of its hull, anyway. That's gone. Let's see. I'll try and post some on Discord at some point. Probably at some point this week. Because it would be possible, but committing to an actual timeline this week could be interesting. But at some point this week, I will promise to achieve it. It might be Monday. It might be Monday, especially if you manage to put a note somewhere on Discord which reminds me of what exactly you want. I think it's Queen Elizabeth and Hood, I seem to remember correctly. And I will do that. Oh no. Can't get the poodle in. The corgi is keeping him back under control. This is the trouble with it being on a following thing. Is there anything else still surviving? The Trento. The Trento still survives. Corgi is herding the poodle, yes. It's regularly what happens. Although the poodle did have fun yesterday, he managed to get into the lap of Dr. Dan. And he wasn't coming out of it. At all. Under any circumstances. Their entire fleet was destroyed. They got more victory points than I did. Or did I get more victory points? I don't know. 4 ships sunk versus 23 sunk. I do not like losing that many battleships. I will have to fix that. But basically, the problem was not enough destroyers and not enough rapid-firing guns. So upgrading those quadruples 3 inches was a sensible idea. So that will be something I will carry on with all the other designs. It's an interesting thing. There's 79 votes in and it's 51 to 49 still. Egypt's taken over North. That's just fun. Okay. War's not going well. The war will be going well very quickly. Okay. So let's see. Where can I do a naval invasion of there? Kongko Chowan. Central Italy could be fun. Should I go for Central Italy, everyone? I'm going to go for Central Italy. Because I think having control of Rome would be fun. I wonder where that battle took place. No, they're all being repaired. No, they're all being repaired. Down to there. Just basically move whole fleets in and just go, yeah, do you want to fight this battle? You don't? That's good. I don't really want to fight this battle. I just want to win this battle. Stay on with advanced fire control. Ooh, that'd be useful. Set down to 3 months. That down to 1 month, that'll do. Right then, so let's go check politics because we should know what we're fighting in terms of the Italian. The Italian Navy has 1 light cruiser, 1 destroyer, and 4 submarines inactive at the moment. They're building 47 ships, but yeah, they have really had their pooch damaged. The French have 12 ships active across the world. The Americans have 720 ships active across the world, including 77 battleships and 8 battlecruisers, which means they're at 85 and I'm at 83. That's not good. I know my battlecruisers don't match theirs. Okay, submarines. I should get rid of a load of submarines, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'd have to put off invasion or 2. But the thing is, I've just wiped out the Italian fleet, so I'm less worried about that, if that makes sense. I will want to do it, and it's going to be something I'm going to be doing, because frankly I should do, but let's go for year 1904. They're mothballed. already. I've mothballed quite a few of the older ones. Mothballing is quite a useful... That's the one thing, this game. Sometimes it gets a bit sketchy when you're trying to go, I want to mothball these ships. Yeah, it doesn't like it always. Yay, back. Right then. Let's see this. If it's not going to let me mothball, I'll scrap them. It'd be really nice if the quick selector worked well in this game, but it isn't at the moment. Well, it'll get better. It's still a good game. It's still a game which I enjoy. And it allows me to do all sorts of those single-on ship things, which are completely ahistorical, but a good way of testing out a design in a controlled environment. Refitting at sea would be fun, but no, you can't do that, sadly. Sadly. I wondered what was buzzing around in here. I heard something buzzing a little earlier. Okay, so I'm going to end up with probably doing a little bit of an extraction because I have got a ladybird in here. And I don't like to kill ladybirds. No one likes to kill ladybirds. If they can avoid it. And I can certainly try my best to avoid it. That's it. Which one of the Allen keys is it? I think it's that one. Yeah. I think that might be a bit too big for it. This one up on the scale, but I think it's too big for it. Yeah, definitely too big. Yep. Oh. I am sorry, little ladybird, but I do not wish to take you to Cornwall. There you go. Sorted. And be very careful not to get any of those things or any bugs from up here in my boxes. Because honestly, there's enough bugs down in Cornwall. They don't need friends from Surrey. They really don't. It's surprising that, I know. And it would help with genetic diversity, I suppose. But it would also cause other issues, because you never know what bugs, quite literally, the bugs are picked up here next to the airports, and the spreading of all the various chemicals and things that comes in close proximity to entrepons. In you go. Done. There you go. That took more effort than I was supposed to. Hello. There we go. I'm done here. There we go. Labour probably would prefer to go to Cornwall. Yes, it probably would, but I'm not letting it. I'm repairing 7 battleships and 2 destroyers at the moment. I've scrapped a load of submarines. I am going to have to turn some things around, aren't I? I can probably do that. Anyway, I think that might have to wait for next time, because I've just been reminded it's 5 o'clock and I am hungry. And I have a live brew ship tonight at 7 o'clock. So I will look forward to that. I will find out closer to that time as to what I'm doing this week, whether I am packing, producing Lego, or packing books. We will see. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Renan. Thank you, Randall Fan. Thank you, Artorius. Thank you, everyone who's been watching, Duke of Pexington. Thank you, everyone who's joined during the stream. Thank you, CD Cameron. Thank you, everyone who's been here chatting away. It's always been nice to chat away with you all. Hope it's not been too boring. Thank you, Jackman Fallbackers. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, everyone. I'm not sure if I've been my usual self. I've been a bit tired. Joy of spending the day, as said, having fun in the attic. Seriously, some of the stuff we got up to lately. And we've only emptied half the attic. We went up there going, we'll get this done in a day. Very quickly we realised we weren't going to get it done in a day. We tried. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care and have fun. Bye.